the attraction
philosophy.
between like two certain people.
Yeah.
Sometimes, rarely. It's only ever happened to me here, like in Turkey, actually, two times. It happened with this girl, and it happened with another girl a few years ago. Like when you see somebody, you just like get this instant feeling. It's just like it's almost like involuntary happiness, just upon seeing him. Like this girl that the market that I go to. Every time I go there, every time she sees me, she just like involuntarily like smiles and giggle, laughs. The first time she laughed, you know what I mean? And I thought it was really just adorable. So of course I went through her line every time I went to the store after that. But I kind of get the same thing, But sometimes you just really fucking vibe with somebody like automatically. I don't know what it is. Well, I mean I have theories. It's like people who knew each other in past lives or something.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And the reason it happens here more is maybe this is where one of my more important past
Yeah.
lives was.
Ancient Rome.
Yeah.
Ancient
Well,
Rome.
I think more like Sumeria or Mesopotamia.
Ancient, before Rome.
Yeah. That was something I was really interested in my late teens. Sumerian mythology, Mesopotamian mythology, things like that.
Griffin really got me with mythology. Like, the eagle and the lion, and the phoenix. Griffin, phoenix, and the dolphin.
You know what's really weird? The story of Jesus and the crucifixion and the resurrection mirrors the story in Sumerian mythology, thousands of years earlier, where what's her name? Ishtar
Hmm?
went down into Ker, which is hell, their version of hell, and she was impaled, not crucified. She was impaled for 3 days, and then she came back to life. She did it for her lover. I can't remember all the details.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, so the fucking story of Jesus and the crucifixion is definitely bullshit. I mean, it's not definitely bullshit, but I mean that's a pretty.
Don't hate us, Catholics.
It's a huge fucking coincidence. Let's call
Catholics,
it that.
don't hate us right now, please.
I don't. If you believe it, then it is. But
Alex Crossley.
Aleister Crowley, you mean?
Aleister
Crowley. Yeah, that's another really misunderstood fucking thing. The Church of Satanism. Satanism is the worship of the devil. Satan is the belief that you are your own god.
Yeah.
That's a completely different thing. That's just
When you think about it, God created us in His image. Therefore, God created us. The person that got me here, in Adonis.
Yeah.
Wasn't he a sun god?
Yeah, Adonis.
He always comes in the daytime.
And why do we associate Adonis with handsome man then?
Because he got Aphrodite. That's why. Oh man, Cleopatra was king here.
Cleopatra was in Tarsus, at least I know for sure.
Yes. I think this is where.
And Paul was there too.
I'm sorry, Saint Paul over here. Pavlos, Pierre, Raoul.
Where my name comes from. What is the meaning of my name? If you look up name meanings, it's so fucking. It's a bit much. I almost hate to tell people because it's the definition is he who is like God.
Mm.
He who is like God is the definition of Mitchell and Mikhail. Or the archangels.
Archangel. I think that's who I am. Do what thy will shall be the whole of life.
Well, I believe more like in the witchcraft kind of theory of morality.
Comedic.
Well, I mean, it's that's not it. I think it's something else. I'm thinking of it. What do when, as long as you're not hurting anybody else,
Mm-hmm.
do whatever you want.
Yes.
The witchcraft law also is kind of cool because anything that you put on somebody else comes back on you 3 times.
Yes.
So you don't want to be putting out negative things. You know what I mean? Because it's going to come back on you a lot heavier. I believe that to some degree. And I don't know what God is or what any of that shit is. It's just some universal like shit we don't understand.
We do understand it though. Like I think that's where the government comes into play, as in they have a part of the law they must follow too.
Yeah.
You have a part of the law that we must follow. We give our consent over, and they have double law effect on us.
Hmm.
So it's spiritual law, but we're going to follow physical law right now.
As long as you're fucking careful, laws don't really affect you.
As long as you're careful, that laws don't really affect you. That's so true.
Do they? No, they don't. I do literally whatever the fuck I want.
I like how you said,
You know?
I'm sorry. When her boss came in, he messed up the vibe.
Yeah.
her boss came.
Yeah.
Man, I've been looking myself for years. I don't know how to. It's just I'm going to do it because it's good for everything.
I mean, dude, at my school, man, I do whatever I want pretty much anyway. I mean, rarely I have to give in and do some shit. I don't want like 9 o'clock class on Sunday once a month. And I made sure they understood that was me really, really doing me a huge favor so they don't think that that's something they should ever ask me to fucking do again. Shit.
Do you understand the labor work law?
I know my value as an American teacher, as an American native speaker with years of experience teaching here in Turkey, specifically Turkish students. I'm valuable. Turkish students are weird and different.
I think
They have their own things,
For the sake of argument, I think like all people who learn a different language have their own thing. Because like my Turkish is not really good.
Even I've been teaching so long that there's like certain parts of the book that I know nobody's ever gonna fucking understand. So I just go ahead and explain it first.
Mm.
And literally every time at this point, I get the same reaction from almost every student across the board in certain lessons. You know what I mean?
Yeah, teaching 7,000 people, I know what you mean. Yes, yeah, like, and I mean, like your church is way better than mine. It's like, and I should be ashamed of that, and I kind of am not. It's like the English is better than everything. But all I'm saying is like,
Well, if I didn't speak Turkish, I wouldn't have a chance with this girl. She didn't speak any English, so I'm motivated by things, man. By primal needs. I'm motivated. Best way to learn a language is to just fucking go without sex for long enough. You're gonna figure out a way to fucking communicate with somebody enough to get some.
Oh man.
You start figuring things out. Turkish girls are I love Turkish girls. I love Turkish women. But there are certain things that you have to do in order to be with one. You have to pretend that you only want to be friends when you first meet them. Most of the time. That's really important because the culture fucking makes them feel guilty for wanting to do the things that every normal girl their age does. Date, be physical with men. So they need that encouragement, but they need to feel comfortable in that. You don't be them in a negative way.
I'm gonna say that any woman who thinks a man likes her is winning the game of procreation because she's thinking heterosexually.
Mm-hmm.
So in this day and age, to be interested in heterosexual woman is a gift in and of itself.
Oh, you're gonna piss off a lot of ladies with that talk.
No, when you think about it, first of all,
You just basically said you're God's gift to women, though. Come on, man. I basically, literally said it. But do continue.
but dude, this
I'm excited to see where this goes.
okay. Let me break it down from a purely populist standpoint.
Yeah.
If
What do you mean by popular?
like okay, let's women give birth to children, right?
Yeah,
Women give birth, right?
they do.
Uh,
Thank God for that.
yes, and there's a ritual, ancient ritual that most people do to have a seed in the womb to give birth to that child.
Okay, yeah.
And that ancient ritual is, hanging out.
It's not so much an ancient ritual as it is a biological imperative.
But it's a ritual because she can't be intimidated by her, lover.
You
Anyone.
believe in God or evolution, either one, man. I mean, it's pretty fucking slick that sex feels so damn good. You know what I mean? That definitely guarantees our continued existence.
Exactly.
You
And
know?
that therefore, if you want a more ancient ritual, you're gonna have to have a traditional biological duality of which is male and female. Therefore, so a woman can't get inseminated by artificially, but it's not a part of the ancient ritual. So the ritual, it's still a ritual in and of itself, the phallic, like syringe shit, but the ancient ritual is a physical, biological person. Yeah. Therefore, the ancient ritual is more encoded in this aspect of traditional banging out.
What do you think it is that fucking that causes people to be instantly attracted to certain people? It's chemicals and pheromones.
I'm not like there's so
Or do
many
you
different.
think it's something else, like something more spiritual, or like everybody said?
I think it's more what you said. Also, it's like like first of all, you can't like define it as in the proper literal written down definition. As you said that because uh, societal societal thoughts were like, oh, this doesn't work together, therefore it would never work, right?
Yeah, I mean the thing is, yeah, because we're totally different people.
Exactly.
For instance, like I'm a lot older than her. I'm American. She's Turkish. Um, we're completely in the normal circumstances we should never even have met.
Exactly.
I mean, we definitely shouldn't fucking have been attracted to each other. Like normally, just like logically thinking, we're not in the same peer group at all in any way.
But if you really want to get down to the
actual fact of the matter is, I'm fucking really attracted to her, and she's really attracted to me. And I don't really care about any of this shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Why would I? It feels good. I like to be near her. That's all I really care about. You know what I mean? There's some people who just want to just being around a certain person makes you feel better.
Yes.
Even physically, no, yeah, physically.
It's more than the pheromones and freaking logistics and all these things. It's something more, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Because, also.
Yeah, because I mean, look, okay, if it's pheromones, then, for instance, why did I spend an hour and a half talking to her last night? And we just seemed to click like fucking old friends, like people who've known each other forever. There wasn't a weird or uncomfortable moment really in that conversation where I felt like, when you meet somebody new, sometimes you can say something and you're like, ooh, what the fuck? That's normal. Everybody doesn't have exactly the same fucking opinions about everything, but like nothing like that happened in the entire hour and a half that we talked. And there's no pheromones involved in that.
It's more of what you're trying to say is like
that's all spiritual thing.
Spiritual and instant connection. Because You know when you like for, let's just say something that some people can associate with outside of your situation, a car.
Mm-hmm.
You know when you like a good car.
Mm-hmm.
You know you like the sound of a V8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
289 glass packs, bro. Well,
You know when you like a good beer. I don't have to tell you like how that tastes. Like you know we like that taste.
yeah.
You know you like a good burger, pizza. You know you like a good scene in a movie, a good landscape view. You know all these things.
Yeah.
And that attraction to that woman, you're trying to explain it.
Mm-hmm.
It's something unknowable yet familiar.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to understand.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a conundrum. And every time it happens, it blows my mind, dude. It blows my mind. You know, because even though, like, and even to the point, I'm sure somebody out there probably has something of an opinion on why this is. I've probably read something about why people think this is, a scientific explanation of it, but like they just become more beautiful to you than they may be perceived
Oh,
by others.
I'm glad that.
Now that always happens after sex, you know. I mean, but what about? But sometimes, rarely, it happens before anything like that. It just happens automatically.
I want to come down from the mountains for a second.
Uh-huh.
For me, that trying to disagree but agree. Um, like the shape of a bottle, Coca-Cola bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and you see that shape, which is very familiar. Then you see maybe a woman who has a imaginary shape of Coca-Cola bottle
Mm-hmm.
with more upwards exposures, and those upward exposures I'm always attracted to. You know, I'm into breasts.
Where's she splash test to?
Like it doesn't matter. It's all about the heart of gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's really important to me.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Because sometimes you can't see it physically, but you can see it. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like a glow. With that glow, it's like an only, like a dog can hear like sounds above frequencies that we can hear. It's like something like that, you know.
Yeah. Heaven's coming to earth, man. That's what's happening. Heaven's coming to earth.
So,
It's coming to
That's
back here.
okay.
This is
Alright,
hell
yeah,
right now.
This is fucked up, man.
This is hell right now.
You're already in heaven, brother. I don't know what to tell you.
It's a disagreement.
Yeah.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Sodom and Gomorrah was at least fun.
For some people, just
No.
as this reality is fun for some people.
Yeah.
Heaven's coming up sooner than you expect.
Been hearing that my whole life.
Is the
Least expected. I never expected so.
How can I explain that in English class? like,
Yeah.
man, that's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, seriously, a couple classes, like 10 students, you got this.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, she also wants English lessons, she says. I don't know if that's true or not. I tried to tell her, I said, they're fucking expensive, you know. Charge 75 an hour, but of course, I give you a discount. She said, no, okay, fine, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not charging. Those people are dumb as fuck. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. You're gonna give me exactly what I want, and that's the end of the bargaining. Awesome, that was so easy. Thanks, no problem.
Some people, it's like everywhere. Some people don't start, but not all.
Like for instance, I mean, they always like they never want to let you pay for anything. I'm just like, okay,
That's hospitality.
Okay, cool, man. Thanks.
That's hospitality. That's hospitality.
Yeah, I know. That's not hospitable.
You know what though? When I look at America, I know that the South has visiting more.
Yeah, sure as fuck has it. Dumbest, fucking the dumbest demographic
you, you took that
has
way out
raised
of proportion.
has raised up its fucking watery head.
I don't agree with what you just said, but it's still funny.
All right.
But all I'm saying is it's so funny. How much you it's so funny 'cause I can take it both
Look,
ways.
I grew up in Alabama, in rural Alabama. I've experienced. I'm allowed to say that.
You ought to say that. You
There's
also,
some stupid motherfuckers, man.
but
There's
did you
some-
really
just the
think Hillary's
dumbest.
gonna win?
Huh?
Do you really think Hillary's gonna win? Did you really
Yes.
think that?
Yes. Because I thought there's no fucking way in the world. There's no way in the world anybody's dumb enough to have watched this motherfucker for a fucking year talk like a fucking idiotic, fucking autistic, fucking 9-year-old and fucking spew hate at every fucking body and vote for him. Then I realized that the people who voted for him are that kind of person too. They're shitty, horrible fucking people. So that's why they identify with it.
Oh shit! Oh man!
The kind of people that believe illegal immigrants fucking cost taxpayers money.
Man, you.
You know what I mean? I mean, how stupid do you have to fucking be to not even be able to do a little research and find out that's actually not true? Well, they get welfare. No, they don't. They're not fucking. They're not eligible for welfare. They're not fucking citizens. They're legal.
Oh man!
Okay, they can get fucking welfare and they pay taxes.
This is so amazing. I gotta no, we're gonna continue this.
And it's just like, anybody that looks different or does something different is less than that mentality.
Man,
The same thing we did to our enemies, we don't do it anymore, but we used to do it. We kind of do it in a more subtle way now. Think about most of the news you hear about Muslims and Islam in American media. What percentage of that is positive?
you know, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say this and that. The one of our government buildings, top three, the Supreme Court, on the Supreme Court uh, building, there are like a lot of people on the like depicted,
Uh-huh.
and they depicted Muhammad. On that
Really?
Yeah.
When though?
Yeah.
When? When was it built?
Like 1800
Really?
something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Okay, that's like, an anecdotal thing.
But the anecdote is these people who did that understood the value of law and justice. You know, so we have like
We got straight from that though, after, didn't we?
you think about
You know what I mean?
you think about that is like our concept of law is misguided, miscued a little bit. You know? When you think about law as in love above will, LAW, love above will. So yeah, I want to fucking do this, but if it goes against love and the principles of unity, it's not chill.
Yeah,
So if it doesn't hurt anyone, do it.
do it. I don't care. Why would I? Why would I care, man? Who fucks who? Who marries who? Who does that affect and how does it affect them in any way? Two guys love each other, want to get married, want to fucking bang every day, fucking good. Two girls want to do it, fucking fine. I don't care. It doesn't hurt me, doesn't hurt them. They're happy with it.
The two guys, it frees up like a whole bunch of it.
Yeah, right.
Girls. So it's even better from that standpoint. I mean, I'm a just living person.
I'm down with more people being gay. Give me a better chance. You know? And now, they're generally good people, man. I mean, they're just, I haven't met any, like, angry, hateful, negative gay people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just aggressive. I've met a lot of fucking aggressive, fucking heterosexual people and angry, hateful, heterosexual. Really, most of the gay people, if I think about it, are really just genuinely nice fucking people. You know?